How fat I was there.
Live, gentlemen.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Titans Edge, evolving with John and Jimmy.
Jimmy.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Good, man. How are you?
My bro, what's going on?
Good.
Man?
Good. I like the setup.
I know. New setup for us
I
today.
like the setup.
Right?
My back won't hurt today.
Yeah, back won't hurt. Back won't hurt. You know.
And my gut.
Yeah.
And my-
I'm out of here. Jimmy's in amazing shape, dude. Amazing shape. So, yeah, it's definitely a better setup. So I think we're
I like it.
a lot better. I get to look in your eyes, not
Yup.
my neck by doing it. And we always got some great conversations that are going to be had on these podcasts that we do every week. So every week, if you're not tuned in, you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube for us. Go to the social media platforms, hit it, follow us, make sure you're hitting the notification so you get the notification that we're going around, because social media, they want to try to hide some of these things. So make sure you guys are locked in. Every week, though, me and Jimmy are going to go live. If you miss it, you'll have the podcast, which we're going to load, and you'll be able to find the Titans Edge, Evolving with John and Jimmy, on any podcast service that we look for.
But the live, they can also ask questions right there.
There. That's what I'm saying. So the real benefit is when they tune in, they'll get to ask live questions, and we'll answer those questions live, right? And we'll try to answer all the questions if we can. We'll answer the majority of them. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of questions, and we have questions.
We have. As a matter of fact, we have some questions outside of here.
Right.
So we get to.
Because people email us questions too as well, like, during the week until the next live, until the live for the podcast. So I'm excited. Plus we got some good stuff. So
We've had a lot of viewers this whole week out of nowhere. They're like, "Hey, man, I went back and I saw your podcast, and I got some questions, and people are really watching them, and they're getting some information out of it."
Absolutely.
So I think we're doing a pretty
no,
good
we're
job.
doing great, man. And listen, if we can help anybody, one person, then we're doing a great job, right? We want to help the masses, get good knowledge, break some of these myths out there so people can live an optimal, healthy life. And there ain't nobody that's going to help you better than me and Jimmy together, especially, right?
Get you from both sides.
Experience and knowledge, the training, nutrition, the meds, the hormones, the blood testing, like all these different things that we can cover, right?
Absolutely.
So
And we love it. I love it. You
love it.
love it.
I love it.
You know,
It's
that's-
my passion.
I thrive on this stuff.
I do. It's my passion. I love it. There's nothing else I would rather do, and it doesn't feel like work to me doing it every day.
Absolutely.
That's a great thing. It's definitely a great thing. So, getting into the holidays, because we passed Thanksgiving, which everybody's starting to eat, right? And now we're getting to December. We're probably a week and a half in December right now, a week so. At that point, people are gonna have Christmas parties, holiday parties. Christmas itself, that means a lot of family get-togethers. That means a lot of food and a lot of eating, usually for people, right?
Yep.
And a lot of people, let their guard down during the holidays because they know they're going to eat, and that might be a bad thing, even worse, because at that point they're just intaking more processed or ultra processed foods or things that are going to go against their body and their health, and they're not really combating that with anything else. No exercise, no proper nutrition.
It's actually creating a little more stress.
Absolutely. And inflammation.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And at that point, that's going to cause, breakdown, damage, immune, problems as far as getting sick, you start getting stressed, cortisol levels spiking like that with some people. And just something that, people can avert or prevent too as well.
Or minimize.
Yeah, minimize. Absolutely. Yeah, because, it's okay to be a little balanced.
And that's what I was going to say. It's like, on my end, the coaching, the main question I get, which is repetitive all the time, especially when it comes down to the holidays, do I eat or don't I eat? Okay, because some people that I coach, they're getting to a point they're like really loving it, right? Mm-hmm. They feel better, they look better. Obviously you have to feel better to look better,
right?
Okay, and they're so tight in lock with their nutrition. When the holidays come around, they stress, and especially now, like, hey, coach, can I eat? I'm like, yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. You want to live a life,
right?
I mean, your contest is not. Like I coach lifestyle and I coach competitors, right? If you were competing and your show was in 3 weeks, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. There's no Thanksgiving, there's nothing. But if you're living every day and you want to live the lifestyle, I tell everybody, enjoy.
Right.
But be very self-conscious of how much you're eating.
Sure.
Right? Now, a little walk after you eat,
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Yep.
like I tell everybody, enjoy.
Yep.
Enjoy the family, enjoy the holidays, enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you don't, it's going to stress you out even more.
Sure.
Okay? And then after the holidays is when you can eat when nobody's watching.
Absolutely.
And I've seen it, I've experienced it, you know, and that's where, you know, I have a different take, right? Enjoy it. Exercise. You're still going to the gym. Now you want to take a couple of days off. Fine. Watch what you're eating.
Right.
Okay. 85% of the results is eating.
Right.
Now, on the flip side, how does that work with peptides, the anti-aging, the GLP-1s? Like, can someone eat?
Sure. Absolutely. So, you know, on GLPs, and you know, you've got the 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, at that point, when you're talking about semaglutide, Tirza, it's going to cancel the appetite to a certain extent, but they're still going to be able to eat, right? It's just smaller portions, but they're going to really get down. Even if they're thinking they're going to eat the whole plate. When they get to that plate, they start eating a couple bites. It's probably not going to be that much.
So let me ask you a question. Let me cut you off right there.
Yeah.
So if I double up on the GLP, would I eat less?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
off record, the whole world's watching right now.
Yes.
Off record, should I double up on my GLP for the holidays? Or increase my dose?
No.
Because that's what they're going to think.
No. They shouldn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah. Listen, the reason is because
Because more is better
you're
in their
right.
minds.
The more is not better with tirzepatide or sema.
Okay.
Sorry, tirzepatide or sema. And at that point, you know, when we're talking about those two, if you double up, there's a potential of you getting sick.
Okay.
Like really nauseated, like stomach paralysis. Like that's what happens. Like, you know, these lawsuits and stuff like that came against them, you know, these might be people that took too much, right? And because more is better.
Right.
I can take more than the average
Right.
person. I have a high
Well,
tolerance.
that's how
Right.
people are.
No, they definitely
The
should.
more is better.
And if the medication is at the right dose and working properly, it's not going to do them any good, right? Like they'll be set for the holidays. You know, they'll be set with not being able to eat that much.
All right. So for the record, you do not need or want or have to double up your GLP-1s for the holidays.
Absolutely not.
It's actually going to be a side effect
Absolutely.
involved.
It could be a negative side effect.
Okay.
There's some people it'll be okay because there's some people out there that need to titrate up,
Okay.
Weekly.
Because it's time.
right? Yeah, because it's time. So at that point, if they need to titrate up and they did the double, that might be a different thing.
Right.
But like going off the start, I probably wouldn't do that. I definitely wouldn't do that. I've had friends personally that thought that they were going to do that.
Right.
Not been a good situation. So, you know, I would start at the dose, do as physician directed, and at that point go up. Now, a lot of places out there, they're doing where you see the cheap number for it, and they're giving the lowest dose possible, which is probably not going to, it might affect for some people good, but a lot of people probably isn't going to.
What is the lowest dose possible?
I mean, I've seen people at 2 milligrams.
Right. Is that 2 milligrams a week?
Yeah.
So is that microdose 2 milligrams?
I mean, I've seen, no, definitely not. I mean, it's a smaller thing. I mean, even per week, you could go a lot lower, and they're probably getting a lot lower. I mean, at that point. So, I mean, everybody's different, but I'm seeing like the smallest doses being given out. I don't want to see the exact ones on here, but it's the smallest
Right.
doses given out. And at that point, like that's where they're charging this very inexpensive price for it.
Right.
So, Retta is a whole different category. That one will eat a little bit more, but it's going to help you retain more muscle too as well.
Because you got the 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. So that's going to be the winner. So if you want to pump, it's probably going to be the route to go. But any GLP-1 is going to be probably the way to go. Now, let's say you're on a GLP-1, you've been off the GLP-1, or you're just microdosing. You might want to go back to that dose during the holidays if your appetite is upped
Got
too
it.
much and you haven't trained yourself to eat right again, right? And that's what the GLP should be used for, as a tool to help you start eating
Right.
correctly. You know, that would transform, like you said, nutrition's 80%, 85% of things. You know, it's about being healthy on the inside and definitely reflecting back on the outside. And feeding
Are
the
you
body.
struggling with stubborn belly fat? Introducing tight.
And who are not my clients, that come to me and they ask questions, even on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a good time to actually take some time off from exercising.
Yeah. Oh, for
Right?
sure.
For-
Absolutely.
So you can recover.
Absolutely.
You know, one step back, two steps forward. But the thing is, people think they're taking a step back. They're actually going forward,
Yeah.
taking a couple of days off from exercising and training.
Absolutely. I mean,
And then you get the food, fill out a little, right?
Yes. On that surplus of calories.
Right.
You know, give the body more nutrition than what it needs.
Right.
Let it take in all of that. I mean, a lot of people, they've probably been through a scenario, or if you haven't, maybe test it out. Big shout out to Michael DeMarco on here. He's one of our patients. This guy looks, he looks awesome.
Really?
Looks awesome. So, I mean, just think about this. Like, you've worked out real hard, let's say 3 months, right? And at that point, you've been training, and you know what? You give yourself 2 weeks off from the gym. You come back, and maybe you feel a little bit stronger, you're a little bit more. It's because you've recovered properly, right? You give yourself the body a little bit of time to really, really recover, bring yourself back into, harmonic balance and homeostasis. And at that point,
Full of glycogen,
yeah,
hydrated,
absolutely,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Within your first 3 sets, you already got that pump.
Dude, you're already ready. You feel stronger. You do more weight, right? You've grown, you've gotten stronger, and at that point, you've recovered properly. And like we were talking about last week, because there's some people that focus just too much on recovery. You got to get the training before you do the recovery.
Everybody worries about recovery. They're not even training.
It's just too much. Like recovery is everything, right? Because ultimately that's when you're going to get your result. It's going to come back, but you got to bring it down before it's going to get built back
You
up.
gotta go to work to get a paycheck.
Yeah, so I mean, I see it all day, and people are like, I'm like, you don't worry about training first, man. I mean, I got to take it back to the old school, right? Because there wasn't all these great things to recover with before.
We didn't know what that was.
Exactly.
We didn't even know we had a central nervous system. You kidding me?
It's training, eating, sleeping, right?
We used to train. Well, I used to go back in even though I was sore.
Right.
I remember I used to go on the bench press, and I remember I was still sore from the previous workout, but I couldn't even go down. I was still sore.
Yep.
Or my legs on the leg extension.
Yep.
I would go into the gym again.
Yep.
Still sore from the previous workout.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. And look at the results that you guys used to
Grew.
Exactly.
But hold on. Could we have grown more?
Maybe.
That's the thing.
Maybe.
But
I don't know. I don't know, because people say that some of these guys say they got the mentality of those old schoolers. The body doesn't reflect that, and they've got all the tools they need and more to do it. And definitely a lot easier now to build muscle with some of the different tools on the table, and to recover faster, and all these different things. So, and to grow. So at that point, if anything, these guys should be more shredded, bigger and badder, and in light they are a little bit bigger, but I don't think they're badder. I mean, I was looking at some clips last night, and just looking at the old school lineups, and just not like that anymore. And that's the flair I think that we're missing too as well. I think the flair's not there with some of these guys either, and just I don't know. And you think the flair would be more because the influencer side of things nowadays with social media and all these different things, but there's not really characters, there's not really going back and forth. I mean, the last time I've ever seen things like that,
there's no personalities.
just Kai and
That was it.
Heath. That was the last one.
There's no personalities, but the thing is, okay, you kind
Yeah.
of switched it into the bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But here's one thing: building muscle is building muscle.
Oh, for sure.
You build muscle, I build muscle.
Yeah.
My sister builds muscle. My wife builds muscle.
Yeah.
Building muscle is building muscle.
Yeah.
It's the same process.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm a bodybuilder or my wife is a soccer mom.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Building muscle is building muscle, and I think people are confusing that. Why do I want to look like him?
Has nothing to do with the bodybuilder. You're not going to look like them. Trust
You still want to build muscle.
Yeah.
Your protein,
Yeah.
carbohydrates,
Yeah.
okay, your workouts, your hard workouts. You still have to break down that muscle tissue.
Right.
You have to tear that down.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if I'm 250 or 150.
Right.
Muscle, you need to build muscle. You're going to build muscle the same way I am, the same way you are, the same way everybody needs it. And that's where the confusion is.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about going in and killing it,
Yeah.
we're talking about all the way around.
Yeah.
This is for everybody.
No, absolutely.
Okay, because I don't want anybody to think that we're just talking about bodybuilders.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Because you kind of went that way.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
okay.
just giving
I'm really back in this way.
I appreciate
and then we'll go that way. But bodybuilding is the example, right? The extreme. Build, 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 build. Okay, but we're all in the same barrel of building muscle. Where you want to take this, that's a whole different story.
Right, it's fine, yeah.
Okay, so protein, carbohydrates, fats, right? Control thyroid, control insulin levels, right? Now, out of those four, in your past experience, which one have you seen many fail on?
Oh, nutrition for sure. A lot of people can get the training and they can get the nutrition.
Right.
You know, that's dialing everything else in, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
But nutrition is number one. Nutrition itself.
That guy up there.
Yeah. You can check it out. You guys see Jimmy on screen, right?
That guy.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
I heard just looking at the poses.
Oh man. You know? Good quality muscle, right? And like Jimmy said, it's not about bodybuilding. It really isn't. It's about building lean muscle.
And if you're not eating enough,
Right.
and you go into the gym,
Yeah.
and
I guess you just told us the service.
well, here's the thing: many aren't eating carbohydrates.
Yeah.
To provide the glycogen
Yeah.
for the workout. I'm not talking about the 700 grams that I eat.
Right.
I'm talking about carbohydrates for your body to store for the workout. If you don't have carbohydrates, you are going to start burning muscle while you train because you're going to be breaking down the muscle tissue. So for those who don't eat carbohydrates at all, I recommend you start eating some carbohydrates, right? So now you got insulin levels. Insulin builds muscle.
Insulin's anabolic. It's the most anabolic.
The most anabolic.
It is. It really is.
And that's where I want to bring in the GLP-1s. Okay? So when you have too much insulin,
Yeah.
okay, and when you don't have enough, it hurts. Right. So when you start regulating, I kind of think the GLP-1s, I was kind of against it. When they first came out, I was against it. All right. Again,
I think we all are. You
right?
right? Myself.
Right,
yeah.
right. I think it's knowledge. And I think what people used it for, you just take it, you lose weight, and you're like, oh, and especially the people who were against losing weight, they kind of pushed me away from them and their source that helped them.
Right.
Right. But I think GLP-1s is like a governor of your pancreas. Would you
Yeah.
say so?
Yeah, I do. I think it's the ultimate optimizer for your pancreas.
Yes. It works as a governor.
Yeah.
And it controls the levels that you need to be at.
Yep.
And then with your food, you support it.
Right.
Now, if I took a GLP-1 and I kept eating my ice creams and I kept eating this and that, how would my GLP affect me? Would it just not exist, or would it mess my insulin levels even worse?
If you took a GLP and you were eating,
Let's say I was eating shit every day.
you wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't have the appetite.
You would have. You would think you would do. Like let's say like Shrews wanted to go get Skittles, and she started eating Skittles.
Okay.
Skittles. She's gonna get 4 or 5 in, and be like, I can't.
Okay, so at that point, it's calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
It's not about what quality food you're taking.
Right.
Right. So with that said, if the quality of food isn't good, you're losing muscle.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Listen, you need to prioritize.
Right. So
Sure.
right.
Nah.
I'm getting really detailed there because I want everybody to understand
Sure.
the importance, if you're taking the GLP-1,
Yeah.
how to optimize it.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're taking a GLP-1, go back. To lose weight, it's calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
That we know. But it doesn't mean that you can eat
Right.
McDonald's all day long.
Calories are not the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Because Muscle is longevity,
Right.
and you still want to build muscle, or
That's correct.
even maintaining muscle, still building.
Maintaining what you have at least.
Even maintaining is still building, because as we age,
Right.
if we maintain, we're still building. That's right. Even though we're still here,
That's right.
if we don't build, then we're
Start losing.
We're going to start dropping. We're still in the process of building and building and building.
Yep.
Even though sometimes it's unfortunate.
Yep.
And it sucks.
Yep.
Okay, that we're still here. So we're still building.
Sure.
Right. So if I'm eating properly, I'm getting my at least 1 gram of protein per body weight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm throwing in some carbs before and pre-workout and post-workout, and I'm doing my fats, which is about 0.3 grams per body weight. Okay, about 40, 60 grams of fat. Okay, I am optimizing my GLP-1 or 2 or 3, whatever that is, whatever I'm taking.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I want people to understand, because then all of a sudden they're taking the GLP-1 like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. On the scale you are,
Right.
but you're losing muscle.
Right.
Right. You're losing everything.
You'll be the skinny fat person.
Right.
Either.
Right.
Trust me. Yeah.
Right. Now,
So,
is it fair to say that it's unhealthy? But we don't know that, right? Define unhealthy.
unhealthy, right? I mean, listen,
Right.
we'll go by BMI at that point, right? That will scale and situate, and that might not be unhealthy by that standard, but internally your body is I mean, begging for these nutrients that it's not getting, right?
Right. So if it's begging, is it inflamed?
No, because the GLPs take away
Take
inflammation.
inflammation.
So it's not inflamed.
It's crazy how all this works like this, right?
It's the wonder drug.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, it helps so many different things that at that point, like, there is no downside. Not, I mean, there could be.
The downside is, if you're not eating enough food,
You're gonna get cannibalized.
you're gonna lose muscle.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. So at that point, like, you gotta prioritize protein, right? And then some people might need some fiber, obviously need some carbs and stuff like that. But you're gonna burn through those carbs real quick. And at that point, like, you're not gonna eat as much as you were.
Right.
So it's all about portion control too. And that's really what it breaks down to. Like what we were talking about earlier, like portionize, what you're eating, right? But this is gonna make you portionize it. So it's helping with that level. I mean, and then obviously less stress in your body, the insulin portion, if you are insulin resistant, this can reverse that. There's just so much benefit for it that, it just is what it is. I mean, it's really a great thing to optimize the body internally all the way through and through. And at that point, that's going to create longevity. Higher sugar levels in the body deteriorate cells, break them down. If you don't have that much sugar in the body as far as in the bloodstream, you're going to be fine. You're going to live longer. They did these studies on metformin for anti-aging. Think about that, metformin. GLPs are a whole different.
Metformin's out for a long time.
Yeah, 67 years has been studied. But GLP-1s are so much stronger that it's going to be even better as far as controlling blood sugar wise.
Is it healthier? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Healthier.
So you take metformin, usually it's 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams, 2,000 milligrams tops. But at that point, that can really, really cause damage to the kidneys. Like, so usually, usually it should only be 1,000 milligrams, 500 more.
I took metformin.
I take it currently.
You are?
I take 500 milligrams.
I was taking 500 milligrams. I think 500 milligrams is what, for every 100 milligrams, 100 grams of carbs?
Yeah,
Something like that?
It's just, and that it's basically like at that point, like, that's just a maintenance for me, because at that, diabetes run, my family, I didn't want to be pre-diabetic. My sugar levels came down, like, even lower when I've been juicing now with metformin, but I've been on metformin for like 8 years.
Really?
So at that point, like,
I liked it, but when I came off it, I was getting dizzy.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never had any side.
I was-
I've took off it for like, I want to see. I'm like, all right, well, let me see where my blood sugar is at after like.
When I would lay down to bench press,
Really?
when I would drop my a towel or water, pick it up, I would get
Do you
dizzy.
think with your blood sugar dropping?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
And that scared the shit out of me. I never took it again.
Oh shit! The good thing is like, when you are eating like, higher carb-filled meals or cheat meals, even that's where you can utilize it as a tool. And actually,
I was.
I mean, that does great.
I was eating almost 800 grams of carbs.
Yeah. So if you're doing something like that, and you really don't want the negative of it.
Yeah.
Metformin is that whole pass basically that you can take. But even on a daily level for anti-aging, then that's the reason I do take it. It's not to control blood sugar because I don't intake too much sugar. Here a cookie here, a cookie there, maybe, but I'm not eating that every day. And the juice, I tested blood sugar and it's great. So at that point, I was kind of scared about it, to be honest with you. I thought my blood sugar levels, hemoglobin A1C were just going to rise a little bit, and it hasn't risen.
With the
It did
the
the
juice in the
opposite.
morning.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, that's awesome, And other things look good on it too as well. So I'm like, with some
Very cool.
yeah, yeah. I like to look at that. Diagnostics are everything. So when you're doing these different things, or you might change up your regimen,
Right.
you know, track it as
Right.
much as you possibly can in the ways you can.
So what would you say going into the holidays, your number one peptide is?
Ooh, number one peptide for the holidays. I mean, listen, if you have a problem eating, you need to lose weight, GLPs.
So we're right back to the GLPs.
You can pick any of the GLPs.
What about Motsi?
Okay, so Motsi is great.
I'm hearing that a lot lately.
Yeah, Motsi is a great thing. It ignites mitochondria again, but what it does is basically it flips on the switch in your body and metabolically, it tells your body that we're in exercise mode. And
So
it
it's
just
basically
starts burning. You burn sitting there.
Do you remember Exercise in a Bottle? The infomercials?
Yeah, and that's what it is.
They made like 300 million.
That's what they call it.
Then they got sued.
They call it exercise.
Exercise in a Bottle.
That's what they call it. I wouldn't call it that because I don't think it's exercise, but at that point, it does flip the switch
Yeah.
metabolically for that. Yeah.
Well, that's what that product was, a fat burner.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
called it Exercise in a Bottle.
no stimulants in this, all healthy, like Motsi, and that's the thing. Like, if you get like the Titan Transformation Package, that's in there.
So the SLU, the Slogan,
332.
what's that? Is that like a Motsi?
Yep. Pill form. You have to take it twice a day, and
The
that
Motsi's a pull form too?
no, it's
Injectable.
injectable.
See, I like the injectables.
Yeah. And the Titan Transformation Package has AOD, MOTS-C, testosterone, and nitropamine. If I had to recommend one peptide blend, that would be it.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate one. That is the ultimate one. Like, it covers all the bases. Growth hormone levels, visceral belly fat getting attacked. As far as that goes, igniting mitochondria, that's a whole other thing. And then AOD, which is the sequence of growth hormone just for losing weight, lipolysis, lipogenesis. So getting rid of stored fat, not storing fat. It's a game. It's a
Okay,
game.
so someone purchases the bundle, ready to rock and roll,
Yep.
the one you just said.
Yep.
Okay. So that bundle lasts how long? Depends on a month.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm in the first month.
Yep.
What should I expect?
What do you see, right? So what you should see is you should see you losing a little bit of body fat. Definitely. 100%.
How's the feeling?
Feelings, you should feel good. You should have energy from Motsi converting. The other thing is you should feel better, right? And you should be getting better sleep. The testosterone and hyperolin, those raise growth hormone levels, especially if you take it at night right before you go to sleep. That's why I recommend doing it. You're going to get all the benefits. So you should be losing weight. You should definitely feel more energy. You should definitely be getting better sleep. And the anti-aging effect. Now, this is just in the first month, right?
So
As you continue on, you're going to get better results.
so here's the thing. You got 3 months, 12 weeks,
Yep.
right? 2 pounds of weight is 24 pounds
Yep.
minimum
Yep.
of someone losing,
Yep.
if they're doing it right,
If they're doing it right.
right?
That's exercise and
But
nutrition.
that's the lowest.
Yeah, of course.
2 pounds a week.
Yeah, that's minimum.
Yeah. So 2 pounds a week, 12 weeks, that's 24 pounds right there.
Yep.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of weight.
I mean, if you wanted to do 2 shots, I would do the Titan Transformation and the Rena. Done.
Yeah.
Because when you take those GLPs, you really want to combine it with something that's going to help you retain that muscle too.
Correct.
Right? So that's where the growth release and hormone peptides really come into play. Right? You can pair that up, you're going to be golden. Like, as far as helping retain muscle, especially if your hormones are down then, your testosterone's down then, all that, it's going to help. It's going to help in these effects. So
IGF LR3?
I would do IGF-1, but I think the growth release and hormone peptides and Titan Transformation would probably be a lot better.
Would age affect what you give them?
No.
Because as me at 60, my growth hormone release is minimal.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is the best you can do.
basically, I go straight to the growth hormone then.
You probably would. I mean, but with testosterone by itself, right? That would do the trick.
Right.
Adding acetylcholine in is just another cherry on top, which at that point, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's a fraction of the cost of real growth hormone too. So people can, or even try to get it prescribed. It's not easily prescribed out there.
It's not.
So at that point, it's a lot harder, and then you're going to pay a lot more money. And you know what? Yeah, you're going to raise IGF-1 levels for sure. But you're not going to get the other benefits of the other things. So if you're raising IGF-1 levels and you're getting the benefits of other things,
Okay, so I sent.
we got a whole bunch of questions there too.
You have any questions? Okay, what do we got?
Yeah, sure. How does time determine the right anti-aging therapy for each patient? Well, you'll go through one blood work. That would probably be a benefit for you. But it really comes down to the consultation with the medical provider and them going through your medical history, your family health history, your symptoms, and what your goals are you're trying to achieve. And at that point, then they'll recommend whatever they think is best for you. It's not like a cookie cutter thing where everybody comes in, well, this will be the best. No. So, I mean, to top that off, in the anti-aging therapy, there's a couple different ones. When you talk about like growth releasing hormone peptides, like testosterone and all that, IGF-1, LR3, even epithalon, right? Epithalon extends telomeres in the body. So, that's something as far as anti-aging. Extends life of cells and all these good things. So that's probably what I would do, as far as that goes.
So there's another one here about AIs. Sabrina,
Where are we at?
are estrogen blockers necessary for everyone on TRT?
So I would say 95%. There's a short percentage of people that I've seen that don't need blockers.
Yep.
And it is. And you know what? Some people do, some people don't. But a lot of people do.
So let's talk about estrogen levels.
Sure.
Estradiol.
Yep.
It's okay to be high.
To a certain extent.
To a certain, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys are thinking, I don't want any estrogen in me.
No, you need estrogen.
You need estrogen.
You need to be within range.
Right. Range 30, 60.
It's just 0 to 40. So I would do 20 to 30. If you're on the higher levels and you're feeling a little bit better there, that's fine if you're hovering there. But when you have high estrogen levels like that for extended periods of time, I mean, water retention, irritability, gynecomastia happens, right? It's like
The nipples get a little sore.
we need estrogen to grow tissue, right? But if that estrogen is really, really high and you grow that tissue in there's no way to get rid of it. You got to go in and you got to get surgery and you're going to cut the gland, right? And that's what happens.
Last blood work I had was 35. I had 35.
It's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
I kind of tanked after. We know that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying at 35, I felt amazing.
Feel great.
I was getting a huge pump.
Awesome.
Because I actually looked it up, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, estrogen levels,
You need estrogen.
you actually need more than we actually think.
Cardiovascular health. I mean, these are you definitely estrogen's a necessity. And like I said, I've seen a lot of people, where the coaches and these guys are giving them an anastrozole, letrozole, which is suicide AI, right? And then Romastin, and they're taking this a lot. Like, I'm like, holy cow! Like, how are you? Because your joint, forget out not getting erections and feeling fatigue. Joints, man.
Yeah.
Like working out even, and it's like oh. So, I think the AI should not be abused. And you know what? If somebody doesn't need them, don't force it on them. So the best thing to do is we put them on somebody on a regimen. If they have any complaints, any issues, or anything like that, we'll send them in for free and total testosterone and an estradiol test, and even a prolactin in some cases. And at that point, we'll test those out, see what those come back as. Most likely, it's an estrogen issue, whether it's too high or too low, and then we'll adjust accordingly. And if it's too high, then we'll put them up a little bit more, or we'll switch it to something else. If it's too low, we'll come back on the blocker. And then we'll say, hey, listen, let's run this for another 20 or 30 days, see how you feel. And at that point, we'll follow up. And if they feel great, then cool, we'll continue on. If you don't, then we're going to retest one more time. And that time, we'll definitely get it for sure. It might take 2 times.
So you knew the levels. So I'm going to rant a little.
Sure.
I had a new guy come to me to join
Yeah.
my team. Never competed. Doesn't want to compete. So big guy.
Yep.
He goes, I said, what are you doing now? He goes, well, my general practitioner has put me on Clomid and Arimidex.
Wow. Okay.
I said,
I mean,
both. And I went like this. I said, can you share your blood work?
yeah.
And he says, he goes, I only have tests. I said, what's your?
Are you serious? I mean,
I swear on my family. He had, and again, it's not his fault because he's following his orders, right?
yeah, of course.
But once he told me, I said, who prescribed this to you? Did you go to anti-aging? He goes, no, my general practitioner. I rolled my eyes right away. right away. I looked in my eyes, and I said, "Hey, would you like to share your blood work with me?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he sends me a screenshot of just his test. That's it. I said, where's your
Yeah.
estradiol levels?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't have them." I said, so he gave you Clomid and Arimidex, an Anastrozole, right? And you don't know,
Yeah, you know the number?
I understand the concept.
Yeah.
It's like a governor, right?
Course.
But how do you know you even need it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, listen,
So he called in yesterday
did they do it?
for blood here.
Oh, good.
For blood work.
Oh, good. Awesome. Because they'll definitely get that on there. We'll see what's up, man. I mean,
He goes, "Should I stop everything?" I said, "No, whatever." And
Yeah.
obviously I know, but
Yeah.
I said, "Whatever they tell you,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Let's get the blood work back."
Yeah.
He goes, "I appreciate it."
yeah.
This guy was taking it and he didn't even know what he was.
A lot of people are like that too. They're just following doctor's orders. They don't know. They think they're doing.
But why would a doctor? Okay, you can tell me they don't know, right? But you're still not convincing me. Why would a doctor even do something like that, prescribe something like that when they don't know?
Because they heard the protocol from somebody else and they're just going by that.
You're killing estrogen.
Yeah. They're doing a disservice to the patient. Hurt the
Right.
patient, for sure.
Because the one is an estrogen blocker on top of an estrogen blocker,
Right.
basically.
I mean, the way the Clomid works is it ignites the FSH and LH in the body, right? Which goes down, ignites the testicles, and that's where the semen production and the testosterone rises.
It's like a spark plug.
Yeah, it's like a spark plug, right? And it only works sometimes, when people use it at that point in time. It can convert into estrogen. It can do that, but like normally, like depending on the dose, or depending on the frequency of the medication, usually don't have that. If it's something where they're taking, 50 milligrams every day, maybe they might get a little bit, but it's a very minimal dose of aromatase inhibitor if they do it. I don't think, you don't need a heavy dose like testosterone because you're not taking in that kind of, you're not getting that kind of conversion out of it, right? Like it's just
Not aromatizing.
No, not aromatizing like that. No, aromatization is very small as far as the Clomid goes, or in clomiphene.
You know what? I didn't even ask him how much he was taking. Just that I heard that he was taking
Yeah.
the Arimidex,
Yeah.
and he didn't know where his estrogen levels were.
See, that's
I said, you know what? Let's just start all over.
yeah.
And
He got it, man.
yeah,
At that point,
he
like
called in, man. He got the appointment, and
Awesome.
I told him not to train for 4 days. He went crazy. I said, make sure you do it on Friday. So
Yep.
for 3 days, 4 days, don't train. He goes,
Yeah.
"What?" I said, "Hey, we want to get a good man."
absolutely,
Wanna
yeah,
get-
that's the best way to do it for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. He goes,
That's
"What am I going to do?" I said, "Play with your kids."
There you go.
He goes, "My wife will be happy."
Yeah, you got some free time to do
Yeah.
it there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for holidays, otherwise than that, like, I would recommend for everybody to like find some time to train a little bit more. If you can train a little bit more, get some more exercise in. Don't just lay down.
Yeah, these are happy times.
This is good time.
Yeah, these are happy
I
times.
know it could be stressful for some people, and I know presents, like family coming in town, some people.
Finances, all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
it's a stressful thing to some people, and in all different variety of ways. It could be financial, it could be the in-laws. Some people, they don't have anybody. It's people get down during those times. So listen, take care of your mental health by your physical health.
Always.
If you feel down, go hit some iron. I guarantee you'll be feeling better. I guarantee it. You're gonna get some blood rushing. You're gonna feel
You
good.
ain't walking out the same.
No, you're definitely not.
Definitely.
You're going to be improving yourself by doing it. You're not just sitting there soaping, listen, shit happens, right? It's how we deal with shit that really defines our character, who we are.
But if you don't get up from the shit,
You got to get up.
you're gonna stay there.
You got to get up. A lot of people live
My
laying down.
mom, Greek old mom, has a saying. She goes, "Just 'cause when you shit somebody and you wash them, doesn't mean he's not gonna stink." That's true. I do.
The old saying, it's always true. But
It doesn't matter how many times you're gonna wash him, he's still gonna stink.
skunk's still a skunk, either way.
Right. Okay, so I put an email out there of my Beauty Fit amazing customers,
Yes.
and I got a lot of questions back, but there's a few here I like to ask.
Sure.
Okay, which is the one.
And guys, we'll get to your questions up there
Yeah,
too.
that's all. That's the most of them we can.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go fast here. What's one anti-aging myth that needs to die going into 2026?
Ooh, the hormones are bad for you. Hormones are the foundation of everything. And at that point, like we found out, especially this year, those labels that were those boxes,
Yeah.
those bad myths of, these things causing cancer, major cardiovascular events that are negative, debunked. So everybody needs to learn this. And I think a lot of people are learning this because it was national news. And I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of hormone replacement therapy going forward, especially women.
I agree. For men over 40 who still train hard, what's the biggest hormone mistake you see?
Biggest hormone mistake I see is not getting a hormone style or blood testing. A lot of people in their 40s still think, oh, I'm fine, I'm okay. I don't need no testosterone. I don't need no blood work. I don't want to go see a doctor. I think that's the biggest thing. Not knowing where your hormones are at.
Right.
Or
Right, I agree.
you're getting testosterone replacement therapy and you're not getting the proper add back therapy like an estrogen blocker or gonadal support. That's one of the other biggest things that I see out there that people just think I need to get my testosterone released. I buy TRT or my general practitioner just gives me testosterone.
That's still not the
Yeah,
solution.
that's
Sometimes.
1/3
Yeah.
of what you need.
There's different pathways.
Absolutely.
All right, one more from here. What's one underrated lab marker for mental resilience?
For mental resilience?
Yeah.
Oof. Wow.
Kind of got me thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be on one of our blood tests where you would do something like that, but I mean, growth hormone levels being in the tank, that might be one. White blood cell count being up,
I
super
would,
high.
the RBC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
Oh,
The WBC
WBC.
for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think that would be an issue for
Yeah,
sure.
I would say that. Yeah, there's so many. I'm going to keep for next time.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
There's so many, but
We'll find
these guys-
out.
but these guys
Listen, we can go back and forth. One there, one here.
Yeah, but they're live, so they kind of
Okay.
have priority.
All right.
They're actually
All right.
joining us.
Okay.
They're
All
keeping
right.
us company. We're not alone.
This is true. All right, so how long does it take to feel results from Titan's anti-aging program? So I would say within the first month or two, should be feeling better because,
Well, it depends what you're taking.
yeah, right? It does depend what you're taking.
I mean, you're taking ECA stack.
Yeah,
Within
Oh, that's- yeah.
with 20 minutes, you're flying.
This
All right?
is true.
You take the Hercules potion,
It's
so that
true.
workout, you're feeling it.
It's
Hold
true.
on, you're actually
Yeah.
okay.
All right. All right. Hey, I'll let you roll.
The MK677. Let me tell you. Did you guys see my previous videos? I'm looking over there. I'm looking over
You
there.
got it back. So how are you feeling on the new?
I was eating up to 12 o'clock.
Oh, man.
I can't stop. So MK677, if you guys have heard about it, don't know about it, I love eating, and I always want to eat because I always want to build muscle. I can control my hunger because I eat healthy. So as long as I eat healthy, I can eat up to 4,000 or 5,000 calories because between training, I kind of balance it out, right? Because the more I eat, the more I train.
Yeah.
It's simple for me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you
So-
trained? Hungry you are.
Right. So I take it in the morning. As soon as I wake up, my water with my EAAs, okay, MK677, and I wait a half hour. Oh, I'm hungry all day long.
Yep.
So don't tell me a month. Okay.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So
I'm thinking like, test.
you're talking, yeah, you're talking
That's what I'm
about
talking about,
you're talking about the faith base.
Yes. Yeah.
The faith based stuff, right? That you have to take some time and it actually works.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. But there's stuff in there that Titan offers that you see the results right away.
It's a
I
gratification.
mean, here's the thing. Honestly, that's what motivates me to keep everything else going.
Yeah.
Because
Patient.
the IGF-LR1 LR3 that I take, I don't know it's working
Right.
until I get my blood work back and my IGF levels are high.
Right.
So I have to keep the faith it's working.
Right.
So I don't feel it. So it's faith based.
Right.
But all the other stuff,
You can take that too, man. Give you a nasty pump, and you do that pre-workout.
the GLP. Oh, really? Oh, the IGF-1. Yeah. Well, I take it right after I work out
Yeah, that's a good time.
with about 150 grams of carbs.
You know, I mean, it's definitely, you can
Yeah.
do that in so many different ways.
I actually have measured my glucose levels before I was taking it, before I wasn't taking it,
Right.
till after I started taking it with my carbohydrates. I'm still under 100.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm taking 2 10s. So, and before I wasn't taking it with my carbs, I was over 120.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
diagnostic.
Yeah.
No,
The fingers hurt a little from testing it all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
But yeah, they were sore because I was like, I wanted to figure out what was
Of course.
but
Of course.
all that's
analytical. Gotta be.
yeah, it's just me.
Gotta be analytical. You want to be successful, you gotta be analytical. You gotta look
So
at things.
there's a lot of stuff here that you guys can hop on and. But here's the big thing, you guys. You always hear John, and then you hear Mike. You know, Michael Hearn, our good friend.
Yes.
We always talk about getting your blood work done. We don't want to scare you, and I know when you hear blood work, you're like, "Oh my God, I got to get my blood work done," and I don't, you know, it just doesn't sound like let's go eat a pizza, right? Go get your blood work.
Yeah.
It's totally
It's not shiny and pretty.
but John and Charisse and the crew here make it so easy for you guys
Right.
to get it done. For me, it's a lot easier because I just walk in here, they pin me and it's done, right? But for you guys, it's even easier because you don't have to drive, you know, an hour, you know. They will set you up to go to a lab really close to you guys, very close to you guys, and everything's set up. You walk in, I think you sign your name or something like that.
Amen.
They draw your blood and you leave. And now you have a record on what's going on inside. Now, some people don't want to know. And some people, once they do find out, they're like, oh my God, I can fix this or I'm good. The thing is, everything can be fixed. Everything can be fixed. So if anyone's out there hiding their head under the pillow, or sticking their head in the sand, and saying, and on one side of the mouth saying, I need to get blood work, but on the other side of the mouth, they're saying, I don't know if I really need it. Okay. Jump. Call in. What's the number again?
727-389-3220. Just go to the website, type medicalcenter.com.
And you can actually order. But some people don't know exactly, so they feel more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Please,
you know,
please.
they feel more comfortable calling, and then maybe on the second one, third one. My people now are actually going on the website. The first timers they call. They want something. So
we'd rather talk to them.
We'd rather talk to them. Right. They want to make Some people don't even want to talk to anybody.
That's right.
But once they understand, it's the first one. Yeah, it's that. Once you all the people that I talk to, it's like, oh my God. And sometimes they're like, hey, should I get blood work? I'm like, no, not yet. You don't need like they want to get blood work. You know, so it's funny because it's so easy, guys. It's new year. Get your blood work done. You know, John has Tech Medical has so many good stuff.
We do. I mean, we got a ton of new therapies. We got a ton of even the older ones. It's like, you know, we got so many. It's just a variety of different things.
Does so many become a problem?
It doesn't, you know,
Because you have so much to pick from.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't like do have a menu type situation. One, they're not just going to figure out your menu, but we don't have it out there like that because, you know, it really does. It's more of a personalized thing, and what the provider is talking about is what they're really thinking that would be the best one for them out of all the different options. And having those different options are a good thing because you know some things work a little bit better for other people than the other, right? So it really is. I mean, it's good having more options on the table and more therapy on the table because you can do a lot of different things with these things.
Well, more options when someone's directing you to the options.
Yeah.
But when they go on the website,
you're
and
going
they see all these options, it's like me when I had 7 fat burners.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I got 3.
Right.
One for beginners, one symptom-free, one crack pill.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy. When I had 7, the women were just getting confused.
Right.
Which one is for me?
Right.
Well, which one do you like? I don't know what I like.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
but when I talked to them, we gave them direction. When they used to email us.
And that's when we exactly what we do. When they do the consultation with the provider's going to definitely direct them to the best path for them.
Yeah, and the providers actually look the part.
Absolutely.
They look the part. Absolutely. They know their shit.
Absolutely. They do.
Yeah.
They're educated, very knowledgeable on things. So
are we done with the question or they?
What else we got? All right. What we got here?
You see it? Was it Johnny? Can lifestyle changes enhance the results of tech medical? We just talked about that.
Absolutely, yes.
Yep.
We just talked about it. What roles does nutrition play in preventative medicine? We covered that one too, Dan. It plays a major role. Nutrition plays a major role. What tests are done before starting a hormone regimen? So for guys or girls, it looks like you're a girl. You would do like a CMP, a comprehensive metabolic panel. You do a CBC, a complete blood cell count. You do a lipid panel, with cholesterol, HDL, LDL, total cholesterol, triglycerides. You would do, you would do a prostate. You would do DHEA, you would do a full thyroid, TSH, T3, T4. You would do free and total testosterone, a total estrogens, and an estradiol test would be on there too as well. Progesterone, IGF-1, and B12. So, you would be, looking at all these different things. We would be looking at these things with you and seeing where your hormones are at. Females are a little bit more difficult than men are. And, they are. Especially if, you're still having your periods and stuff like that, or if you're on birth control. And we take this all into account. So, at that point, you just, let us know kind of where you're at. And we'll ask these questions. The staff and provider will, like, hey, listen, where you at in your cycle, or are you postmenopausal, or whatever it may be. And we'll find out. And we'll give you the answer to
Andre, stay on that one.
where we at.
Can anti-aging therapies help with brain clarity and focus?
Absolutely.
And which one exactly? There's two, right? 2, 3?
Yeah, so C-Max, C-Lang.
Right.
Then you look at NAD. That's another good one for that, for mental clarity, brain, and focus.
I've heard a lot of great results for the NAD.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, game changer.
A lot.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's, a lot of the therapies are game changers, but there's certain ones that really stick out, and more for instant gratification too is NAD. Or C-Max and C-Lang too. I mean, those are really, really good ones that people like short-term memory, long-term memory, like some different things out there. Really, really cool.
Tammy's got one right there.
Where we at, Tammy?
My Tam.
Best peptide.
So let me tell you this. So before I left, she goes, "You make sure you ask John." Well, she's making sure.
Yep. All right, Tam. So
Dave, don't say I didn't ask him.
all right. So that's on HRT. So it's good you got that. We know that. Main goal is anti-aging. So anti-aging. So two that really come to mind, Tam, is one would be Epitolon, that extends telomeres, that is anti-aging. Another one would be like SS31, where it's mitochondrial. That one just got
That's what she wants.
that one got FDA approved for mitochondrial health. So that's another big one too as well. Those are big ones for anti-aging. Mitochondrial effects, that's the one that a lot of people need to focus on. And Epitolon is like extending telomeres. So, that's like when those get shortened and go away, then more genetic onslaught of diseases happen to you, or will happen at that point. So it unlocks the negative code in the body, and at that point, something happens. So that's what I would do. It would be Epitolon, or it would be like even a Mont C type deal, or SS31. I know you're not interested in fat loss, but when you start igniting some of these different things in anti-aging, you start laying it out.
Of course.
The body starts working, the metabolism starts getting back to where it was. Because as we age, metabolism does slow down.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the same as when you're younger. That's why when you see a kid who can pound through, 5,000-6,000 calories and still look like a twig. Well, why do you think this is that?
That's how we were.
Yeah, exactly.
I was hamburgers. I thought it was a milk.
But as we age, we get older. No, that shit slows down. So, when you start optimizing the body back to where it needs to be, it's going to do these things anyway. And I've never heard anybody complain to, maybe a couple of people that they're too skinny and they want to grow, right? Guys and girls. But I would say 90% of people will never complain about being leaner.
Yeah, too skinny.
Never.
Nobody complains.
But, you see it, now with the GLPs, like it's very minimal, right? But you see it, but you have some natural people that like, I can't gain weight.
They actually take it too far.
Yes.
Because they get hooked.
You have ectomorphs, they really just, they can't gain weight.
They get hooked.
Of course. It's like anything else.
Do estrogen blockers affect muscle growth and fat loss?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But there's different types of estrogen blockers.
Yes. So listen, if your estrogen is too high, right, fat loss is going to be a bad thing for you. You're not going to get fat loss because it's going to store,
Girls and guys.
girls and guys. right? If your estrogen's too, low, you're not gonna get muscle growth. You can't grow no tissue. So yeah, it can affect both of those things. That's why it's all about balance, harmonic balance. That's why I say that word, because it truly is. It's not just
That's why they call it replacement hormone therapy.
yes,
You're bringing everything back
yes,
to balance.
absolutely. It's not just testosterone replacement therapy and TRT, and that's the hot word.
Yeah.
But it's not about just replacing testosterone. It's really balancing hormones, bring them all to harmonic balance so everything's working properly at all levels. And that's when your body's going to work the best. When it's deficient on one or it's real high on the other one, it's no good. Car guys out there, you increase horsepower to 1,000, you better have something that's going to convert that horsepower to the wheels that's going to be able to stand it.
Yep.
So, and it's just, it is.
Tank full of gas, no oil.
That's right.
You're burning the engine.
That's right. I mean, it's just this is what it is. People think they're just gonna insert one and not balance the other. Can preventive medicine reduce need for long-term medications? Absolutely. You take care of yourself better now, you will reap the benefits later.
High blood pressure, diabetes,
Yeah, but
Right.
sure, absolutely.
thyroid.
Thyroid, your
But many people come off those as we're working together,
Sure.
and they thought they would be on there forever.
Yeah, I've seen a number of patients
I'm sure you've seen them.
reverse diabetes type 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they can do it.
Wow.
They can do it.
Wow.
I mean, they've got some stem cell treatments and stuff like that they're
Yeah.
doing right now in gene editing, where they've cured diabetes 1.
That's the thing.
That's huge. That's what we're going to.
Diabetes 1.
That's where we're going to. Like, it's going to be there. It's already there. So it's just really getting out to the public and then be able to afford some of these treatments. That's the thing. The treatments are there. Can you afford the treatments?
But what makes the treatment so expensive? That's the
I mean, stem cells is one thing, but I mean, it's just it's the rarity of the treatment, I guess, and then supply and demand. Because there's not every doctor that knows how to do it, right? Or that's offering it, or you can't get it here.
So it's a market. It's a market share.
It's a market share.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for sure. I mean, some of the machines, as you know, they're not expensive to make, but they sell for 18, 20 grand, right?
Right.
And then the machine's like a couple $100 to make, maybe $1,000 to make, right? So it really just is, it's the markup on things. And, when more people get their hands on it and can do it, the price usually goes down, right?
But then sometimes the quality goes down too.
Absolutely. Well, that's the other thing too. You want to make sure that you're going to get good quality. And in any business and industry, there's good and there's bad. Any industry you look at.
But look at the gyms. You got a $10 membership.
Absolutely.
You walk in on Monday night,
Yeah.
you can't breathe.
Yeah. You can't breathe. Equipment's all broke. Locker rooms all shut down. I can't use the bathroom. I mean, all that shit. You go to a higher place, paying $250 for a membership. That shit all better be dialed down.
And you might be alone
Right. You might be alone.
on a Friday night.
It is what it is. At least you got the gym to yourself. I'll never complain about that ever.
What else we got?
Yeah, I think what else? I think we went through all these. You want to fire off a couple on yours?
Yeah.
Don't want to end it. We got about 3 minutes left.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. What's the fastest way to regain insulin sensitivity after a heavy holiday season?
GLPs. I mean, eating correctly, bouncing your nutrition back, right?
Yeah.
I'm always going to say that.
Get back to training.
Get back
to
training.
regular eating.
Yeah.
What not to do.
Yeah.
Don't go the opposite way and not eat.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If you guys went overboard, which we don't recommend, and you know
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right. We're not to tell you this. Go back to your normal eating.
Yeah.
Don't drop the calories to make up for the calories you ate.
Right.
Okay. Because then you'd be yo-yoing back and forth.
Right.
Go right back to the calories. Get your butt in the gym.
Yeah.
You need to train harder. You need to train. Just get back to normal
Yeah.
within 72 hours. I know for myself
Yeah.
and people around me, 72 hours, you'll be right back.
Get back in the routine.
It's based on water retention.
Yeah. A lot of it is.
It throws everything off.
A lot of it is.
And they get on the scale, they gain 5 pounds. It's not 5 pounds.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
So, but that doesn't mean go out and eat.
No.
You know,
no.
like it, like
Hell no.
You know.
I mean, listen, somebody goes out to a holiday party, they have a lot of drinks, they eat a whole bunch of junk. Listen, next day, start pounding water, get your butt in the gym, start getting back on your nutrition plan, and start having it out. You'll be better in another day or two, I promise.
speaking of holiday drinks, is there a safe way? I like that.
Yeah.
It's safe.
Yeah.
I like that. Is there a safe way to enjoy holiday drinks without tanking hormone balance?
No.
No.
Listen, the only way I would say this is
Sugar.
yeah, the sugar's one thing. Glutathione would probably help, right? That would definitely help you as far as the liver and all that, feeling and the liver but your body is first thing your body does when you start taking alcohol is it starts trying to get it out, right? So, taking the stress off the liver would probably be best. If you take it before you go out, I don't know what it is. Like I haven't been drunk and I don't know. It's been a long time, like a long time. But if you were to drink, like I could probably drink 4 or 5 drinks and still not feeling effective and take glutathione. It's really weird. It's like it cancels it out.
Right.
So I wouldn't recommend drinking that, but at that point I would recommend taking glutathione before and then after if you really want to try to balance the body. But hormone wise, if you're on hormone replacement therapy, you gotta worry about it. You really don't. I mean, you might get a little spike here or there, but it's not gonna do anything over time.
All right, last one. It's a good one. Obviously for the end. How do you create a sustainable long-term approach instead of the typical New Year crash diets? And we'll close out on this.
Yeah. So at that point, I mean, you know as well as I do, right? You go with a realistic plan. You have a set plan in place. Follow the plan to a T and don't get off the plan. At that point, you'll get the results, and I think you'll be set up for success, be consistent. If you have an unrealistic plan, you have no guidance or no direction, you're not getting results, you're probably going to quit like real quick. So, if you're seeing results and if you're following the right plan, I guess it's got to be the right plan, then at that point you should be seeing results. And then you want to expedite those results with therapies, boom, you can do that. But nutrition, it would be the first thing I would try to get into reps and just get in there and start getting the activity or training. Whatever it is, even if you're not in the gym, if you've never done any activity, start brisk walking, right? Do something, move, get moving, get moving.
I think they should start moving and go with you might not know what to eat,
Right,
but you know what not to eat.
right,
Eat everything else.
right.
Because right off the bat, that diet is already 50% cleaned up.
Yeah.
Right? If you got to ask yourself, should I be eating this? You know you're not supposed to be eating
Right.
it. So don't eat it.
Right,
Eat everything else.
right,
As much as you want.
right.
You can't eat enough clean food,
Well,
2,000 calories. You can't.
no,
It's a lot of food.
there's no
Okay.
way. People think, there's
So-
no way.
So, number one, like John says, get out and move.
Yeah,
Next, you might not know what to eat, but you know what not to eat.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. Start there.
there's no.
And grab yourself some GLP.
I don't. Yeah, get a GLP. I guarantee it. Right. And at that point, like, listen, if you don't know what to eat, that's not an excuse no more because you can chat GPT. I'm 6 foot, 250 pounds. I want to be at 10% body fat. What should be my diet plan? These are the foods I like. These are the foods I do not like. Write it for me. Boom. You got it in like 2 minutes. You have a whole diet plan.
So it's funny to talk about ChatGPT and
Thank you.
that whole diet plan. So
Is that
I had
professional?
asked ChatGPT to write a little bio because I'm doing some stuff.
Yeah.
And I put my thing that
Picture
I
your
wrote.
bio.
I put my bio in there and I said, clean this up, right?
Yeah.
It actually said, would you like me to talk about your bad back?
Oh,
And you're
shit.
60 years old. Like it remembered everything.
Oh, it knows everything.
Like I'm like,
It
no.
pulls all your information from the
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
He knows, dude.
Yeah,
It knows.
because it said recovered from back injury.
Yeah.
Like it brought everything up, full hip replacement.
Yep.
So be careful what you ask ChatGPT.
For sure.
Because you just got to put all that information in. But I agree.
Yeah.
If you go to ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm 60 years old. I don't like fish. Like you could just literally, and
write it down.
that's a good start. Now,
Yeah.
I had a couple clients say they don't know what I do and who I am,
Right.
and how many years I've been in the industry.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, what makes you different from ChatGPT?
Google me.
Right? No, and
ChatGPT didn't look like this ever, bro.
but you can't fault them.
I
Okay.
can't fault that.
So, but here's the thing. ChatGPT won't tell you when you need to pivot, when you're stuck, right? How to think, your mental state, right?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is going to tell you what to eat and how to eat it, how many grams, but that's it.
Yeah.
Right? So but that's a huge step for
Yeah.
people who,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, but don't get caught up that that's
another
the
tool.
right.
It's another tool.
Right.
It's not the end all be all.
Yeah, because I got another guy that he's not a client of mine that he goes, oh, I got rid of my coach. I'm getting ready for prepping for a show with ChatGPT. I'm like, good luck with that.
I mean, ChatGPT can literally fabricate things still. So you actually have to tell ChatGPT that I want this like truthful, non-fictional, and it'll give a good response to that. But it can prompt artificial or
Right.
things. So I'm not saying it's doing that to you, but it has done in the past. So at that point, like, it's a tool. I got patients that call up about, look, listen, man, it's ChatGPT. It knows a lot of things, great tool, but it's not the end all be all. It doesn't know everything.
Well, ChatGPT takes it from the internet, from the web.
Right.
So
Good information, bad information.
It just gathers everything.
That's it. I mean,
But it's a great tool.
it is. And it's advancing super fast and it will advance even more. So it will eventually tell us everything or do things for us. So we'll see how that goes. But
Can it make me breakfast?
that's what I'm talking about. I want some George Jetson type thing.
You wake up, you know.
I want you open the thing and
The George Jetson.
the groceries are delivered.
The George Jetson thing's here. What are you talking about?
I don't know groceries delivered. I just open the thing. I write.
But you do. You have to open the door. It's there.
I got Instacart delivery.
You can't. You can do all that stuff now. The only thing we don't have now is flying cars. That's coming.
That's coming.
The phones we have.
The phones we have, yeah.
Do we have everything?
Yeah. I don't got the robot maid yet. I'm missing the robot maid, Jimmy.
No, she just don't want to play that role.
As soon as they make them, I'm buying them. Get those damn Optimus bots when they come out. I promise you. So, but
That's awesome, man.
yeah, I think we're gonna end it off today,
Yeah, that
guys.
was another good one, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, another one in the books.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
every week, baby.
Absolutely, man.
Easy. This thing flies by.
Yeah, awesome. And get your blood work done. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. I've seen so many happy people
Yeah.
once they get the blood work done.
Absolutely. At least you know your stand.
Right.
And you can fix things.
And it's not, you're not, everybody's scared. There's nothing wrong with you. Just get your blood work.
Right. Listen,
You know?
you can't use the excuse you're scared. You don't want to see what's going to come on because at that point there might be some on it, and at that point you could catch it at an early stage and get it taken
You know
care of.
what?
You wait.
I'm sometimes closed, but it's like the check engine light is on. I was like, oh, I don't want to go check it because how much is it going to cost me?
Right.
You know?
Right. And that could cost you everything.
Right.
Motor could explode. You never know.
Right.
So get blood checks, GLP specials. Take care of yourself for the holidays.
Next Wednesday. We on next Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
Huh? Yeah. I'll be back in town too. So
I come back next day. So I leave Thursday and come back.
I leave tomorrow. I'll be back Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
Before I went to Vegas.
so we'll see you guys again next Wednesday,
Yeah.
1 Eastern.
That's right. On Titan's Edge, involved with John and Jimmy. We'll see you guys
There
next
you go.
week.
Peace.